at the St. Regis Hotel in downtown Detroit called the New Center area. And I'm here with Frank Garza. There's Frank. And we're waiting for Clarissa Shields and her opponent, Habazin. Sorry, I don't know her first name. But anyway, as soon as the press conference gets underway, we'll start filming that for you. Stay tuned to MoPhoto Detroit. Like, share, and subscribe when you come back.
Good afternoon. We just came from Flint from our initial press conference to announce the October 5th fight happening in the Dordt Center in Flint, Michigan, televised live on Showtime. October 5th, Clarissa Shields is going to attempt to make history again. She's currently has the super middleweight undisputed championship. She's the current unified middleweight world champion. And October 5th, she's going to try to make history again and go down to 154 pounds and fight for the third division world title faster than any man or woman in the history of the sport.
Both of them were vying for the third world title. Both of them were trying to make history. Right? Both of them are
trying to make history. Clarissa only has 9 fights.
It's not the Clarissa Shields show. It was the show until we got this. Now it's their show.
It is their show. Ali, you're going to have your chance very soon, man. I love it. So as you see, we have two very competitive fighters. They're going to put forth a great show on October 5th. Detroit has been a second home for Clarissa. This is where she has won her world title in 2017. And Detroit is one of the few cities in the United States that have all major gambler, the undefeated world champion at MGM Detroit. This fight is going to take place some miles down the block in Flint. And I urge all the boxing fans and sports fans to come down and see this historic event. Ali has some things to say just now. He's a great trainer and has worked with some of the best fighters in the sport of boxing. Shows how serious the Habazin camp is about this fight. And Ali, come up now. Talk your talk, man. You gotta walk it like you're talking, man.
I'm not offering to talk because I'm not the only ring fighter. Clarissa, Ivana are the two people that's in the ring fight. But I just want everybody to know, pundits and fans alike, that this is not the Clarissa Shields show. This is a fight. This is a 50-50 fight. I don't care what the fans think. I don't care what the pundits think. This is a 50-50 fight. Like I said before, one punch can change the outcome of a fight. You know, yes, it can. Yes, it can. I don't care whose chin it is that's out there. Even the most powerful chins have been cracked. Okay, all right. You say defense. You know, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Action is what's going to count. And the ring is just where it's going to count. Clarissa can fight. Ivana can fight. It's a 50-50 fight. For those of you that don't wait until after the fight to say, yeah, well, I believe, don't wait until after the fight. Don't wait until after Clarissa goes down. Don't wait until after she's defeated. Just somebody say, oh, niggas guys are going to do it anyway. It's going to be some sparks in that ring that night. It's not going to be the Clarissa show. This is not somebody that's going to go quietly into the night like the other women that came before her. This time, Clarissa is in a fight. And, like I said, talk is cheap. I don't want to be huffing and puffing because, like I said, these two girls got to get in the ring and fight. I'm on the sound right. It's easy for me to say, hey, go out and jab, go out and hook, go out and uppercut. But they got to get there and do it. They got to walk the walk. But I'm making everybody aware that this is not the Clarissa show. This is a fight. 50-50 fight. She says not. I say it is. We'll see what happens that night.
Thank you, Ali.
You ain't taking no punches, though. You ain't taking mere punches, so keep quiet.
Neither are you. No, but Clarissa has always instructed us to get the biggest and the best possible fights out there. And about a year ago, Ivana's camp reached out to us and challenged to fight Clarissa. At that time, it wasn't right, but Ivana has went on to win several fights and become the #1 WBO contender. And this fight was ordered to take place for the WBO Junior Middleweight World title. So Ivana has shown skills in the ring. She has shown heart. She came here all the way from Croatia for this press conference. She's going to come here on October 5th. This fight was originally supposed to take place on August 17th. Ivana was in training camp in Colombia. She didn't go back home. She stayed. She talks some smack on the internet. From everything that we've been hearing, she's coming on to put a great show. She's coming to win. And I'd like to invite Ivana to talk about her preparations and what we can expect.
Hello again. After speech of my coach, I will be quick because I don't need to say too much stuff. But I just want to say, in every fight, everybody puts me to be an underdog, and I'm all the time in this position, and I like to be underdog. I'm gonna be honest. Before 3 years, I said I'm done with boxing. Definitely, my way wasn't easy. But when I come back, I said I want to take world title again. So I made it. When Clarissa Shields said that she's going down in middleweight, I said, okay, I'm going up because actually I am welterweight. And when I move up was because I want to fight her, because right now she is definitely the best female boxer. And believe me, and
1, 2, 3.
so I'm really motivated for this fight because if I want to do something, I need to be the best. She is the best, and she is the only one who can push me to cross my borders. And on October 5th, I will be ready. I know she said that she's gonna knock me out. Honestly, I really want you to knock me out because if you don't knock me out, I'm gonna knock you out. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivana. Clarissa has always been focused on taking the game to the next level. And about 18 months ago, she started working with John David Jackson, who is a renowned world-class trainer who trained some of the biggest names in sport of boxing. Their first fight together, happened right here in Detroit, was against Hannah Gabriels. We actually held a press conference here at St. Regis. And Clarissa has fought one of the most exciting fights in women's boxing history. It was their first fight together. After that, they went on to have several more wins, and Clarissa's last signature win against Christina Hammer, who was a middleweight world champion. She has really shown skills, stamina, and just next level of an athlete. We have seen the tremendous amount of improvement under the guidance of John David Jackson. I'd like to say some words about October 5th.
There's not much more to say. But James got what he did there. This is going to be a good fight for longer last. Those fans, in good round. Those early will be whatever we're going to do now. Clarissa, she's definitely a different level. She wants to be the best. She can be in all stages of her career. So, for me, my job is to make her better than she does. And she knows fight like that. My job is to make her better than what she does. More relaxed and make the shots better. Overall for the fighter, that she's becoming, maybe she has become, and she's still becoming the best of all time. And not only in her field, but in men's boxing. We had a conversation. I told her, hear somebody say anything bad about her. Listen, you're the best pound for pound, not only female, but in boxing. You know, she's done that right. She didn't get it the easy way. Everything she earned, she earned a hard way. So for her to be, she should be recognized not just as the best female pound for pound fighter, but she should be one of the top 20, top 10 pound for pound fighters. No matter if it's female or male, boxing. She's done that right. She definitely deserves it because, hey, she's cleaned up one of the reasons after another. Now she's going to run 54, and she's going to clean that one out. As much as she wants to before she moves back up. So look forward to a good fight, and you know, my job is to make her come fight and be ready to go to work. And that's my job. So I'm going to do the rest and talk and know what she's going to do. And hey, I look forward to everybody being there and coming out.
Thank you, John. And I want to say this to you guys, that when fighters go in the ring and they see Ali Bashir across the ring, when they see John David Jackson, they know there's trouble. So in both of these corners, we have two of the best trainers in the game fighting against one another, and it's going to be a great, great fight. Clarissa is managed by one of the most successful businessmen and boxing personalities in the history of the sport, Mr. Mark Tackett, founded and head of HBO pay-per-view for over 20 years. He's participated in some of the biggest fights in the sport, and has really taken a fatherly, detailed approach to every one of Clarissa's fights. And I'd like to invite Mr. Mark Tackett to talk about it.
Thank you, Dimitri. So, first of all, thrilled to be back here. This is the closest major city to Clarissa's hometown, Flint, Michigan. She feels at home here, we feel at home here, and we're thrilled to be back in Detroit. Not only is it a home for Clarissa, but it's also home for some of the greatest moments, and many of the greatest moments, and much great boxing in the history of the sport. Emmanuel Stewart was a brother to me when we worked together at HBO. I loved him like I would love my own blood. And some of the great fighters that trained there at Kronk, and getting to watch Tommy Hearns as a young kid, some of his great fights. Floyd Mayweather was from the state of Michigan, and was one of the greatest of this past era. And there's a lot of history here, but the history that's going to be made someday when we look back, and the legacy that's going to exist, not only is it going to include young Clarissa Shields, but I believe she's actually going to be at the top of that list, because she's not only going to be recorded in history as the greatest woman of all time as a fighter, but she's also going to change the game in the way that Billie Jean King changed women's sports. And that's something I'm very proud of, and that's one of the reasons I'm with her. I've said this many times, she's not once in an era, she's not once in a decade, she's once in a lifetime. And it's a great privilege and opportunity for me to see that kind of talent, and also see the kind of spirit that is within her that enables those broad shoulders of hers to carry an entire sport toward the goal of equality. And it's going to be a heck of a run along the way. And there will be a day where the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, there won't be any gender labels, will be Clarissa Shields. And we look forward to that day. Last night, thank you, it was very appropriate. Last night I had a very nice dinner getting to know Team Habazin. And I must say, Bashir, I'm glad it was last night, because I don't know that I'd buy that dinner tonight. We've had a little bit of a raucous relationship today. It was only $17 at McDonald's, but I still don't know. And you're right. It isn't the Clarissa Shields show. It's the Clarissa Shields show. Just to get it right, right?
Yeah, like her name's Clarissa.
She does spell it with an E, just to make it a little bit unique. No.
Forgive me.
And let me say, you know
I'm big on people's
I'm playing
names.
around. I know you would never disrespect
I'm
anybody.
big on people's names, forgive me.
Yes. But I will say this, it took me about 2 minutes to get to know this man, and there's a lot of substance there. And I love, as Dimitri said, that we've got Bashir on one side and John David Jackson on the other, because what that says about women's boxing are things that haven't been said before. When you attract this kind of quality to this level of quality of fighters, it's telling you that women's boxing has arrived. And Once this bus has arrived, it ain't pulling out. And we got a lot of history to make together. I have a lot of respect and admiration for Ivana. She's a former world champion. She's won world titles in 2 weight divisions. It may be the first time ever that 2 women with titles in 2 weight divisions are facing one another. As Dimitri said, that's the kind of fights that we want. That's the kind of history we want, and that's what makes that's what will make women's boxing rise to unprecedented levels. Now, a few things I want to tell you about the young woman who I'm here to introduce. Young Clarissa Shields. She is the only back-to-back U.S. Olympic gold medal winner in boxing. She is the first woman ever to headline a main event on premium television. She did that very early on in her already young career on Showtime. She is the first woman ever to headline a Saturday night main event on a major TV network. She's the first ever female boxer to hold the esteemed Ring Magazine belt. They waited for the right opportunity, and they made it available to Clarissa Shields in one of her recent fights. She's the fastest woman to win titles in 2 weight divisions. She did that in her 6th pro fight. She, in fact, was the fastest woman to ever win a major world title in a single division, which she did in only her 4th professional fight. So every time we go out to make history, every fight, there's something else to accomplish, and Clarissa has been knocking those pins down one by one. She is the fastest woman ever, and only the 2nd woman in boxing history to become undisputed champion of the world, which she is right now in the middleweight division. The other is Cecilia Brækhus, but it took Cecilia a number of years to do it. It took Clarissa a number of fights. She is the Women's Sports Foundation Female Athlete of the Year. She's the Boxing Writers Association of America's Female Boxer of the Year. She is the young woman on whose shoulders women's boxing will be taken to unprecedented levels. And she is the woman who on October 5th will get in the ring to win a title in the 3rd weight division faster than any man or woman in the history of this sport. The record, coincidentally, is held from a fighter who's presently fighting, Mr. Lomachenko, who won his 3rd weight division title in his 12th professional fight. This is number 10. We got our shot right now to make history, and we'll do it again in number 11 and keep expanding that record. So this is once in a lifetime. It's a great opportunity, and it's my privilege to introduce to you the one and only Clarissa Shields.
Everybody that's here for coming, all our fans, all the media, really appreciate you guys. We have our Clarissa Shields merch over there. We call it Woke Goods, great one of all time goods. It's trademark, it's mine. So I have to go over and get y'all shirts. I'm so excited about this fight. My last fight was supposed to be the toughest fight of my life, and it was probably the easiest pro fight that I've had so far against a very accomplished reigning champion for 9 years, undefeated, 24-0, 11 knockout with my opponent, Christina Hammer, and I made it easy work for her. Now, being at this weight class now at 160 was pretty hard to get some fights, so we started to come down, and they said that the girls are supposed to be better or whatever, but Ivana to me is maybe just a step down from Hammer. I'm really upset with her and her coach. They both got online, eating chocolate cake, calling me fat after my injury, and then she shows up here fatter than me. It don't even make sense. Yes, she is. You is fat. She don't like that. See, she can call me fat online, but when I call her fat to her face, it's a problem. I can look at you and tell you you're so now, like I said, Big Mama, her and her coach, I'm disappointed with both of them. And if he don't get you in shape real fast, you thought you had a problem 4th, we'll have a hell of a bad night come October 5th. In my hometown, in Flint, Michigan, at the Door Federal. And then too, like, you can just tell how just frightened she is and everything. Her coach keeps telling her, it's not the greatest show. It's the Ivana Eucharist show. Like, dude, stop it. You can't talk about women's boxing without mentioning me. And this is why we have this fight here in Flint, Michigan, and not in Croatia. It's because of myself and what I've done. And I appreciate Ivana taking a challenge or wanting a challenge and coming up and weight and all that stuff. But, you know, she's saying some stuff about knocking me out, all this stuff. If she was as great as I am, she would have all these accomplishments. She will be the one who was the cash cow. She will be the one fighting on TV. And she's not. So that just proves it. I'm 9-0. Me and my team don't have to go cherry picking opponents to make sure that we get the right fights at the right time, to make sure we have an undefeated record. We go for whoever is the best, whoever undefeated, whoever got the belts, and we beat them. That's what we do. We get in the gym, we train, we lose weight, we eat right, we drink a lot of water, and we win. That's what we do. You know, like trash talking is just a part of it, but I think people don't like to look at the facts. You know, like, if you look at her first 9 fights and my first 9 fights, that's why she had those little knockouts that she had. Talk about my punching power. I fought against some of the best girls in my division, and then we got girls who are holding me the whole fight. We got girls who, in the ring, getting battered for 8 rounds, and the refs don't stop the fight. That's not my fault. I get in there and do my job. And if the refs and everybody would do their job, I would have a lot more knockouts. If these girls wouldn't be allowed to hold me, she's gonna be in defense mode. I already seen how she fought. She thinks she's gonna stand there and go blow for me. She's smoking dope. Like, I already know, like, I think of her game plan that she have. She has good movement. She got some good hands, but she has a lot of flaws. Way more bad things than good things. And while he's sitting there talking about it's not the Christian Shield show, you're right. Not right now, it's not. But October 5th, it will be. And I'm not taking home no prisoners. I don't know where y'all from, but up in Flint, we don't embrace losers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got,
Ooh, it's so scared.
we don't embrace losers. Look at him, he getting all shaken up. He shook up already, ain't even touched her yet. Calm down. See that? I ain't really gotta say much to shake him.
But listen, you can't break the egg with a slow jam and stop that.
He easily touched. Look at him.
You can't break the egg with a freaking slow jam, so stop that.
What? Hold on. Who's the last girl she fought against?
Stop
Who's the
that.
last girl she fought against? What was the record? Oh, you don't know now. What's the record? The last girl she fought against?
You gonna knock out.
What's the last girl she fought against?
All right, okay.
Yeah, he don't know. The girl had a whole bunch of losses, I know. But that's what I'm saying, like, we don't even fight people with losing records. This girl done got draws and went 10 rounds with Cecilia Brockis. Just crazy stuff. I mean, look, congrats to her for making it to this point, but she is not going to beat me on October 5th. I pray that she puts in the hard work, because me going out 154, I'm going to be stronger, I'm going to be faster, I'm definitely going to be mean as hell, because my fat ass have to go to lose weight, right? That's how she sound. So I hope your fat ass going to make weight. Like, yeah, whatever. I never had a problem with making weight. I made 160 easy, 68, now we're going down to 54. It's not going to be a problem. I look forward to the city, visit Burston Fieldhouse where I first started my training. And buy those tickets on Ticketmaster. You do not want to miss the fight at Door Federal. I hope she fights as good as her and her coach talk, because he ain't the one that got to
I wouldn't
fight
be with her if she
those
couldn't fight. I wouldn't be with her if she couldn't fight. I wouldn't be
It's
here if she
different
couldn't
about her. I
fight.
know how to fight.
When the
She don't
bells
fight
in
better
this
than me. She don't fight better than me.
Yes, you fight better.
You crazy
You're gonna
as
see it
hell.
on the 5th.
Well, okay, I'm gonna see you calling me to vote after the 5th. That's what I'm gonna see. Tell me, so we can shake on it right now when I'm here. You gonna call me the greatest woman of all time or what?
No.
Right, no, right. Jealous, mad. She not good as me, and he not good as me, and you better train her real hard. Cause what I know, and what Coach John know, what I know already is smarter than both of y'all. And I got Coach John, y'all going down. Down. All I gotta say, alright, well, good. Okay, I told you to fight. It's documented. I said it. She will not beat me. It will not drop her. I can't wait to look over at you in the corner, because your eyes will be big as they is now. Yes.
So boring.
Me. She don't like it. It's getting hot up here.
Thank you all for coming. This fight is going to take place October 5th, live on Showtime at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to take place at the Door Center. Tickets start at $25 and they're available at Ticketmaster. These tickets are going to be collector's items. So I urge all the boxing fans, sports fans from Detroit, from Flint to come out and check out this fight. The fight is supposed to close now. Thank you.
Okay, that is the end of the press conference, and we're just now talking to the combatants and seeing what they're up to, and you'll see it all on Mofoto Detroit.
You can become something, and I came exactly from where some of those kids come from. So I'm just happy that I'll be able to be that hope for them.
You know, talking about little kids, do you ever in your mind go back to when you were a little kid, then say the plant and you see little kids there and you look at them and say, you know, I did this, you can do this too. You ever feel that microscope in you that you want to get to the little kids?
Yeah, so I had a summer camp this summer for kids, and we had over 100, maybe 20 kids throughout the 2 months that I was able to run the program. And a lot of those kids feel like they're by themselves, like they're alone. And to be able to tell them, like, I grew up on these same streets as y'all, I came up on the same.
And that is the wrap from the St. Regis Hotel in the new center of Detroit. Over here near the Fisher Building and near Woodward Avenue and West Grand Boulevard. No, East Grand Boulevard. Anyway, this is Mofoto Detroit signing off. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you.
It's really tough. Yes.
And we have a saint here in Detroit. I went and prayed to him.
Oh.
And it disappeared. And they didn't believe it at the hospital. They actually run all my tests again to find out what happened. The other thing I want to say to you is, even though I'm Mexican, my family came over from Italy and they went to Mexico. But we thought it was Italy. It's actually Rovinja, R-O-V-I-N-J. Which is in Croatia. So I'm actually Croatian.
Oh.
But at that time, that part of the country belonged to Italy. Yeah.
That's nice.
So anyway, hope to see you there.
Yeah,
Maybe
thank
in the
you.
ring with you that night. And
Yeah.
let's hopefully
Thank
be
you so much.
soon. Okay.